Hey team, hope you're good. I wanted to highlight something else to you today to really start thinking about the transitions that you're making and what that can really mean as you move your business forward, as you plan for the future, coming out the other side of this. How are you actually taking the transitions you're making and not just making them something for right now? There's a lot of adjusting the model, changing business structures that people are having to do right now to just maintain their client base and continue to move the business forward. Even in situations in which I would have originally thought, looking at it front on, that a business maybe cannot do, like an online model or something like that. We're seeing opportunities for all of these businesses to be doing different things. So, I mean, there's millions of new products and services being created by businesses right now to serve current clients and potentially even make sales right now in this scenario. And the thing is most people that I speak to are talking about it as a means to an end at the moment to serve those current clients. And something I want to highlight is the transitions that you're making right now. Have you considered how they can be moving your business forward in 12 months from now and in 2 years and 3 years from now? Like for instance, in the fitness industry, we're seeing a lot of offline PTs and even gym facilities actually creating online programs. And the cool thing with these online programs are there's literally two great things other than what you're able to achieve with them right now. When this is all said and done and everybody can come back into your gym facility, first of all, you get to now, during your sales process of getting somebody to sign up to the gym, you get to say to them now, and any day you cannot make it into the gym, you have full access to this library of home workouts and nutrition plans that you can use when you're not able to make it into the gym. Now you have a value add. Maybe the prices of your products and services can actually go up. If they can't go up, maybe it's just easier to sell the current program that you're selling, the gym-based program that you're selling, because there's more value associated with it. The second thing with it is, if you've got like a bricks and mortar business and you've done an online version, have you considered how you can actually use that online version to have a second arm to the business? So right now, so many gyms, and there's plenty of gyms inside my program and mentorship, who have done this transition, have created online home workout programs. A lot of them have built apps and some really, really cool processes that they've put in place. And they've been telling me how their members are going bonkers for it. Like absolutely bonkers, loving the home workouts. They're screenshotting me people talking about it inside their Facebook groups and saying love the home workouts and they're exactly what we need right now, and I'm getting these types of results. And so they're working incredibly well, but they usually run ads within like 10 miles of their business, and that's it. The rest of the world is available to them, and it never was beforehand because they needed people to be within a driving distance. Whereas if they put great effort into this new product or service that they're creating, they can first of all deliver big to their current clients and maintain and retain as many as possible by showing them that level of respect, by putting a great deal of effort into providing for them at home. But also they're now building this incredible tool which will allow them to advertise worldwide after this and make sales outside of their catchment area. Like there's new products and services being built out of this absolutely everywhere. Speaking to a hairdresser as well, one of my clients that I do online advertising audits with, so like monthly audits. He's good at Facebook ads already, so he's a hairdresser in San Diego, and I basically go into his ad account every single month, do an audit of everything he's done in the month, and then we jump on a call for 45 minutes or an hour, and I share my screen and I show him every which bit of data that he needs to be looking at so that he can go in the right direction to get an even better month the next month. But that being said, having spoken to him, unfortunately they had to shut their doors just like everybody else, full on lockdown in California, which first of all makes things insanely difficult for that sort of bricks and mortar business. But first and foremost, the thing that they could do in that situation, which we've put in place, is they can actually go by what the end of the lockdown quarantine time is, knowing that it can be extended, by the way, but they can say something along the lines of, we're reopening our doors in 4 weeks from now. If you thought that we're usually busy, imagine how busy we're going to be when we haven't had our doors open for 4 weeks. Absolutely no pressure to put down deposits or anything of that nature, but you can book in for your haircut or treatment for that date forward, and what they can do is they can fill up a calendar full of about 3 weeks of appointments, absolutely back to back, so that when their doors open, they are just inundated with sale, 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 sale. It's one of those sort of like best case scenario ones where you need to look at the best case scenario here. The doors open sooner rather than later, and when they do, we are absolute chock-a-block full of appointments. So first of all, now we can look at that and say, is that a potential new way of us running the business, of us filling up the calendar far in advance, so that we're always going with that level of urgency, that this week's fully booked, book in for next week. That week becomes fully booked, book in for the following week. The second thing, and more importantly here for how they can transition in this very moment, is what is it that their customers are going to have an issue with right now, which is, if it's, you know, an incredible salon, you could, well, from what I can see, maybe it's just as beautiful as their Instagram is, but it looks high end. So I would imagine that the people that are coming in, who are their customer base, really prioritize having their hair absolutely perfect and having the absolute pros at Rin Salon taking care of it all the time. So what can they do in this sort of current situation? Well, they can sell products and services online. Well, not services, they can sell products online. So just about any salon will sell products. Now, what they can do is they can sell anywhere in San Diego or worldwide, offer free delivery plus a discount, so that they can still deliver the great products to the people who are their current customers. But this can be doubled down. This can become their social media strategy whilst they don't have pictures and videos of haircuts, because right now the mindset has completely shifted from which haircut will I get to how can I maintain my hair. So their content can become, I'm using this product right here to get this result with my hair, and you can buy it right now by clicking the link in the bio, and you'll get free delivery, and you'll also get 10% off right now, because we want to support you, our current customers, during this time. So you have to look at, as you're pivoting, what other services can you start actually prioritizing when you come out of this? Are you going to be a business that originally had one arm and one focus, and now you have 2 or 3 key focuses that can reach more people, make more sales, move the business forward? And even outside of that, I mean, how else is this whole thing affecting you and your business? For me, I would say that it's affecting loads of different things. Right back to people's personal spending and how they go about looking at business income as their own income instead of having cash reserves. I think, for instance, when people book a strategy session with me, there's a question inside the form in which it says, what made you want to work with Neil? Or no, it actually says, what made you want to work with Neil over other business and marketing coaches? And the reason why I asked that is because, like, my groups I don't just sell automated products. I am inside my groups answering every single question in mass detail every single day of the year, including Christmas Day. If something is better solved with a screen recording, I'll make the video for the person. That specific person who asked the question, I'll make a video for them just to solve that problem for them day to day inside my programs. So I don't want people inside the programs just because they're willing to buy the program at the price of the program. I want people inside the program who I love working with. So I ask them why they want to work with me, so I can see if I can see what their sort of attitude is towards working with me. When people say they want to work with me personally, I can already tell that they're going to be in the mindset that they want to learn from me, and they're not there to almost, I would say, maybe, you know, that sort of thing of you know, I'm signing up to this, but you know, I'm actually like pretty good at digital marketing already, and you know, you can't teach me anything type person. That's like the worst nightmare for anybody who does any sort of coaching product. So anyway, I ask that question inside the forum, and something that I've said on a whole bunch of different mediums before that regularly comes back from that question is, I actually just like that he's a digital marketing coach who doesn't just flash Rolexes and cars and all that, like pictures of money, and you know, a lot of my, what you could deem as competitors, that's the angle they go down. You know, they'll actually go and get a photo shoot on a private jet that's not moving, so they can use that picture in a Facebook ad to draw people into a dream lifestyle that they themselves don't even have. Whereas for me, you know, I have no issue around keeping it humble, and a big part of it is because I actually keep it humble. Like I don't even have a car in the US. my car in the UK that I've pretty much just gifted to my mum and dad, like was like a 11 or 12-year-old what's it even called? A Golf. Like I didn't care. I didn't need anybody to look at me and define me by the car that I was driving. I didn't need to, like, this watch. I like the look of the watch. Watch is probably £100. It's a movement watch. Movement watches are great, by the way, I love them. But I didn't need the Rolex to be able to show off a Rolex. And I suppose a big part of why I'm not stressed out my box right now is because, you know, I make sales in my business and I don't feel the need to take all the money out of my business every month, put it into my bank account to spend on frivolous things. It's another thing that people are going to get out of this. Another way of everything that you're building right now, products and services, sure, there's also what other systems are you putting in place? Like, what other systems are you going to put in place straight after this is done? If your business comes out the other side of this, all good and well, if you are not the type of business that usually has cash reserves in the bank, I'm pretty sure that is about to change for every single business that comes out of this right here. Every single business is going to come out of this, and if they start making good sales, I think the first 10 grand or 15 grand that they make after tax is probably going to stay put in that business bank account as a buffer for when this all happens. Not for when this happens again, but if something akin to this happens again. But the main point of this whole video was with regards taking into account your products and services that you're pivoting with right now, and really looking at them not just as a means to an end right now, but really saying, what can these become? Like, what can they become, and actually planning for that now, because you can continue with this isolation time to build further systems on top of it. You might look at your online coaching package in which you have a bricks and mortar gym now and say, hey, we did a really good job of this, but let's take it to the next level, because now I'm starting to think this could become a second business here. This could literally become a scalable business that we can advertise all over the world and not just within our 10-mile radius. So looking at that different ways that you're pivoting right now, and how can they serve you and your business long after this whole situation is over. So really think about that, double down on what you are pivoting with and make it extra juicy, so that your current customers first and foremost know that they're appreciated, but also you can use these long after this situation has gone. And just as it pops into my head, I don't want to go off on another like 12-minute tangent, but this even goes for free challenges and things of that nature that people are doing online right now. You're doing free challenges for people who are in their house, and it's not just all fitness related. People are doing challenges for all types of things. You can see the amount of people that are joining these challenges in their droves, in their thousands. That should be that should be like an idea to you, how you can use challenges in your business to draw people in at other times of the year as well. Also, the group itself. If you're building a group of thousands of people right now as a support network, how are you going to use that once this is all said and done? But again, I'm about to jump onto a tangent, so I'm just going to leave it right there and remind you to look at all the ways that you're pivoting right now to make your business survive over this whole period. How can you transition that into something that you can use long after this is over? Okay, everybody take care, and if you ever need any help from me, you know you can just DM me on Instagram, and I'm always here to help you.